Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of Fiction and Feelings. Today, we're going to be watching Lilo and Stitch. We're going to do animated versus the new live action. So, yeah, I've decided that I'm going to subject myself to nostalgia and I'm going to sit and watch both Lilo and Stitches back to back. So I'm going to do the animated one at home first, and then I'm going to take you guys to watch the live action version at Olympus Cinemas. So first, let's just get into watching Lilo and Stitch, guys. I'm so excited. I feel like if I haven't watched Lilo and Stitch in years. Like some of the Disney movies that I've watched recently. Well, is that true? Maybe not in the past couple 5 years, guys. I haven't watched a Disney movie like the old true classics in at least 5 years. I'm letting that sink in right now. So I know Lilo and Stitch is definitely one that I haven't seen in a long time because I wasn't necessarily a big Lilo and Stitch girl. Like I loved it, but I wasn't like a watch it over and over and over and over type of person. I watched it a couple times, but I didn't watch it as much as like I watched Lion King. So I know I've watched it, but it's gotten to the point where I don't actually remember what happens. So we're going into this with fresh eyes, and I'm gonna check in while I watch it here and there. Um, yeah. Let's get started. I know I love Jumba. I always loved Jumba as a kid. I thought he was so funny. I thought their dynamic was so funny. Did no one think, okay, so experiment 626 wouldn't be the first one that he created? It would be like the 626 animals that he would have created. At least they're trying to be humane. I forgot how funny this is. It is so silly. Stitch was such a little poop. Like, oh my goodness. Very smart though, but such a little poop. I love that they're essentially shooting water guns. That's such a funny thing. Like, do you think I say that I was like a Disney design to make it look like water so that like if the parents had to explain that they were that would be like, oh no, they're water. Area 51. Yeah. Proceeds to survive. Proceeds to survive quite fine in Kauai. A mosquito population? Diabolical. I used to love those clicky clicky things. I had one, it was blue, and I know I had a Barbie, and I can't even remember what else I had, but I used to love those. I was such a beach princess as well that I was like, of course, just like Lilo, I would definitely have been in the water being like, I'm gonna be late just so that I could get that extra swim. It's so beautiful. Poor Lilo. Lilo is a hot mess. A hot mess. He's like a grumpy old man. All the dogs are terrifying. Is they aggressively trying to ride their tricycles away? When Nani tells Lilo to Stitch, tell Stitch, I know that you can talk, and then he starts talking. She knocks him away. It's the funniest thing ever. It's so funny. My phone died, so that's why one we have a new angle because I was charging my phone. But we're almost at the end, and I have to rush to get to the live action because it's 2 o'clock now, and the movie starts at 2:30. With ads, it'll probably start at 2:45. But I have to rush to get there. Hope there's no traffic. But it's so cute, and the whole family and Stitch feeling lost. This movie is so cute. I forgot how much I loved this movie. But anyways, I gotta get ready and go. I will see you guys either right before or right after I finish. Bye. Okay, guys, so I finished watching the live action version of Lilo and Stitch, and part of me wanted so bad to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna like this because it's not giving exactly copy for copy. I was also like the first thought that went into my head was, is this gonna be copy for copy like scenes, but then like they add in extra things. And I was like, am I gonna like it as much? Because remember, you guys just watched me watch the animated version, and I was giggling galore at it. And then I was just like, is it gonna be as funny? Because I know that when you already have something in your brain and you know what it looks like, you're like so skeptical and you're so judgmental of that thing being transformed into something else. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be open. I'm gonna be open. And I was open, and I at first was like, no, this is not how that happened. And did Bubbles why was Bubbles not the social worker? And then when they explained how Bubbles was the social worker, it was like, oh, that makes sense. Like they give more context to things. Like they made it an actual story instead of just the animation, which was really short if you look back at it. And they gave a plot. It was like a actually full out plot instead of just like how animation is sometimes where it's like a story, but like they don't explain things, like they fully explain things. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, all right, so it's going along this story, and I feel like if it's doing it justice because it's giving some of the iconic scenes, and you're like into it. And then you're getting also additional scenes that you didn't know that you were gonna enjoy, but were still funny. And then when it came to Stitch being like, "Oh, this is my family," and it's a little broken, and I cried. Actually, yeah, tears came out of my eyes. I was like about to sob in the movie theater. No other children or anything were crying, but like that line gets me every single time, and I was just like, mm, crazy. So yeah, I cried at that part. Um, the ending, I was just like, that's so cute. I love that they let Nani be a person of her own and not just all about being there for Lilo. And it had such a growth dynamic to it. Like, not just family as a theme, but actually making sure that she didn't leave herself behind, because she's also important, and it's not just about Lilo and what Lilo is going through, because she also lost her parents, and it's about her as well, and she was going to give up school, and she was going to do all of this thing, and she was trying so hard, and I was so happy to see that that's what they did for her, that they were able to give her that sense of I also I also needed this. I needed my family as well to show up for me, my chosen family to show up for me, to see that I'm a person and I needed a bit of support. It was it was a good movie. I was satisfied with it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.